Can I start?
Yes, sir. Continue.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Babajide Oluwadare, presenting for SACU 9, Group 5, MMM Guidance School, Batch AS30. The task ahead of us is to develop MMM Global in Thailand. Thailand is the first largest and is the 28th most populous country in the world, with around 66 million people. City is Bangkok. The language of Thailand is Thai, while the official currency is Thai baht. The SWOT analysis of the SWOT analysis of Thailand as a country. The strengths: leader, strong relationship with suppliers, high qualities of digital content, and so on. The weaknesses are product quality not top-notch, slow in response to customers' inquiries, government side, no international film corporation in the country, no approachable offices. Government support in growing local markets, customer moving in online shopping, fast growing in middle class, encourages free financial world. And the threats, they have low GDP per capita, the film industry. Other indirect competition are entering the field to compete directly with the local manufacturers. Banks and government agencies are also threats to local productions. The question one is given. The solution, the aims and objectives of establishing and introducing MMM Global in Thailand. That is our aim, is to introduce MMM Global in Thailand. This task is one, to establish MMM Global in Thailand, growth of MMM services in Thailand, to improve the standard of living of people of Thailand through MMM Global services, to meet the locals and present MMM ideology then. So to successfully install, run and sustain MMM Global in Thailand, thought out strategy for reaching the demographics and the proficiency with four basic elements of MMM, which are ideology, techniques, benefit, and risk of MMM. 8 group members together as a team to introduce MMM Global in Thailand, and the task objectives are listed as follows: to create MMM websites in Thailand, of advertisement on social and print media, organizing seminars in the highly populated areas in order to gain as much members from inception. And a seminar will be organized per day for a week with a minimum of 300 participants. MMM brand will also be distributed. Our target audience, retirees, internet marketers, bloggers, and so on. App and YouTube channel account for the participant for easy communication on MMM ideology, benefit and risk attached. Participants are to be 1,500 people. Our target deposit expected from participants is to be 50 minimum, which will be $125,000 for a week. The below is the expected response.
Hello, Babajide.
12,000. So and banners, $900.
Hello.
Video coverage, 1,500. Bulk SMS, $13,000, $3,000. All that we are going to use for presentation and seminars, $600. Souvenirs, $10,000. Snacks and drinks, 700. Interpreted the total expected expenditure for the first week is amounted to $29,700. The question is given and the solution. Resources needed to carry out the task as follows. More public awareness on media and print media will be employed. Seminar in local areas. Media such as Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Skype, Hangout, and YouTube will be put into use. Training of active members to become guiders in MMM. Set and bags that are customized with MMM logo, the participant and the people that are being talked to. Average donation dollars as given. Number of participants is 500. Generated will now be $300 multiplied by 2,500 participants. That will give us $750,000. Then the Mafro, I use Tafro here. I use it Thai debit. In dollar is Mafro. In our own language, the Mafro growth rate is 30% of $750,000, which will now give us $225 for the sum at the rate of $20 multiplied by 2,000 give us 50,000. However, total growth rate will now be 30% Mafro plus the capital initial amortization bonus, which is $225,000 plus $1,025,000. Total amount net to pay other participants is as follows: $1,025,000 minus $750,000 will give us $275,000. So to know the number of people that will now join, to give us those that to other participants, it will now be $275,000 divided by dollars, which will give us 970 people that will, the participants that will be needed in order to pay the first set of people. 1,005 members for a week, and for 3 weeks we are going to have 2,500 multiplied by 3, which will now be 7,005 participants. Therefore, 970 participants are needed. 7,005 older participants in the system for the next 3 weeks in order to make the system stable. The total expenses on seminars and souvenirs and more awareness on media will cost $3,000. So the available balance is now 17,000. That's 3. Question is given, the task question. Then the solution. In the first week, remember, we have a total of 2,005 participants, and for 3 weeks is 7,005, which means for 4 weeks, which is a month, we are going to have 10,000 participants. Let's now assume at least 2/4 of existing participants each. 2/4 by 10 will give us 5,000. If 5,000 participants now brings in two participants, we are going to have 10,000. So which means for the next 4 weeks, based on our growth and referral participants, growing and referral participants will now be 20,000 participants for the second month of MMM in Thailand. So in summary, a total of 20,000 participants will now be each $8, which will now give us $6 million in the system. So from the new rate of growth of participants, it indicates the new guiders are working hard, also reaching out to people at all levels through our adverts and public awareness. So no any financial implication at this level from our budget.
Hold on, Babajide.
Yes, sir.
You are going to Thailand.
Yes.
You are given 50,000. From this,
yes, sir.
Presentation,
yes, sir,
how you people are going to spend the 50,000. You don't tell us all the equipment that you are going to use there. And you don't tell us how You've what?
Look at my
You
screen,
don't
sir.
tell us.
I've made mention of them.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
But
Look at
that you are not tell us how you are going to people because you don't know their language. You just need only interpreter. You've not studied the environment. John. For instance, now
we have
somebody
the
cannot come from.
interpreter is also employed, sir. Is here in task 1.
I saw it, but no interaction to study the economy of Thailand is not there because you can as you are you have interpreter. Interpreter will just tell you what you want to say and what they are saying to you. How you interact with people, how do you mingle with them? Now, is it interpreter that will be in social media that he wants to use? You didn't tell us that you are going to.
Yes, sir. I believe.
Hello.
Hello, sir. We believe that the interpreter will be with us. Interpreter will be with us all the time. So mingling with people wherever we go in the community, and before presentation, we'll be mingling with people, interacting with people. So interpreter here may not be one, it may be 2 or 3. So with our team, they will be working together with us as we are mingling and interacting with the people.
So it's an interpreter that will get you on social media.
Hello, sir.
The way you are going to use your social media, you didn't mention it now because social media is for you to make a friend from all over the world, talking to them. From what you are doing, you are just doing the calculation of how you are going to get people in, but there are some techniques that you have to use. You mentioned the techniques, but you've not mentioned the powerful the tools, because the tool that you have most. And when we say internet, it is where the social media is working. You can enter Thailand, you have to use your social media. Let me give you an instance of what I'm telling you. In your area, you may call 2 or 3 people, they may not listen to you. But Facebook, and you post something there, your friend that live in Lafiaji can call you, say, oh boy, what is going on now? Somebody have already told me here. Can you explain more better to me? He will believe in you. They are very close to that person. So social media, you have to work on social media. Very, very important.
Yes, sir.
Because that is where they are going to kill the media normally post their own. So you have to go there. Awareness. Let's continue.
Sir. I understand, sir.
Let's continue.
Hello, sir.
Continue from where you stop.
Okay, sir. So I'm now on task 4, sir. So after 2 months, the number of participants have been that we have to calculate. So we have to make a plan of action for a month, the resources and how we should use them, amount of contribution and participant for the development of the system. Our initial weekly focus was 2,005 new participants. Reduction in the new registration is 75%. 875 members. The new registration will now be as follows. Current expected is 2,005 minus the new registration that is now dropped. So we now have 625 participants per week. Per week. Now we have 2,625 multiplied by 4 weeks. 5 new members per month. So to avoid this occurrence in the system, the MMM team in Thailand needs to cater for the coming back of the 75 participants that were dropped or lost in the system. There is a need to increase the number of participants for the remaining 3 weeks as follows. So the first week we have 625 participants. The second week we have 3,125. Third week 3,125. 3,125 participants, giving us a total of 10,000 participants for that for monthly for that month. So therefore, contribution will now be calculated thus: 10,000 participants times $300 will give us $3 million. In order to maintain the system back to normal or bring the system back to normal, the following resources will be used and methods adopted by the team. Social media and print media will be used. Posting of regular updates in order to guide against social media rumor. We need to train more guiders into the systems who are willingly ready to guide in order to promote MMM ideology the more. Continuous seminars in states, locals, regions, and provinces in order to kill and destroy the existing panic caused. Sending of SMS updates to our downlines by the guiders of MMM and rules, and always reminding them of the risk attached, that they should only provide help with their spare money, not selling their properties or their cars or whatever, but they should use their spare money in providing help. That's 5. What we expected did not work out. Then, at hand. What do we do? Task is to put strategic plans of action to resolve the issue of reduction of participants. The resources that we are going to employ is we need new number of participants that will make contribution or PH to make the system become stable. So some of the resources that we are going to adopt is that we are going to make use of our new guiders, going into the streets to sensitize people and to let them know that the panic they are having through the media or government policies or agencies, they just want to make them panic and run away from the system. So our mathematical approach is this: of 3,125 new members per week as planned did not work, then we assume that 1,005 newly registered members will be coming into the system. Expectants will now be 625 plus 15 plus 15 plus 15 for the first for the 4 weeks. We now give 5,125 participants. We have a reduction of 4,875 participants in the system. That is 10,000 participants before minus the present one of 5,125 will give us 4,875 participants. Therefore, the 5,125 participants will now provide help at the rate of $300, which will give us $1,537,500. Our team method of approach to the task situation, we are going to make use of social media to create more awareness on the benefit of MMM community. The benefit is what we need most. We need to let them know the benefit, not the panicking they are experiencing from the copycat or the government policies or our financial institution in Thailand. But the benefits that are tasked is realized more. And the sensitization of new and old participants on the ideology of MMM and what they should do to go back. Training of more guiders, as I've mentioned earlier, by MMM team in order to bring closeness to guidelines in the local areas. And each leader or guider already in the system organizes emergency seminar in their regions, states, and provinces in order to address the cause of the panic. Task 6, the question as given. Due to drop in the number of participants, inevitable, members have to be guided about the meaning of pause mode and how it works. We need to guide them about the reason why pause mode has to be implemented to sustain the system, and need to increase more awareness all around the provinces and regions in the country. The team methodology. For week 1, participant that their macro is safe in the system. Meeting with the participant to destroy the panic. We need to encourage them to keep calm and destroy the fear of losing their fund in the system. In week 2, our method is that the production of new handbills and renovation of banners. So we are going to introduce a renovation of banners. It might have been destroyed by the copycats, agencies, and so on. Then we are going to print more handbills in order to reach the people in their shops, their homes, the offices, in order to know and to kill their panic. Social media promotion of MMM and adverts on print media. Setting benchmark of new members to 3,000 participants. Remote areas and region across the country. 3, we are going to ensure that needed seminars are done in MMM ideology. Not that we are just doing seminars. Seminars has to be our focus. As a smaller, we are to ensure that we smaller rate in every part of the city. Our team may divide ourselves into 2 to reach out to people in order to ensure that they get to know more about ideology, the risk attached, and the benefits also, and the rules. Sharing of letter of happiness, we ensure that we let them know that having collected their fund after 30 days, they are to ensure that they write letter of happiness. People know that they are getting their fund back gradually. The motivation of guiders and leaders to work the more. So we are going to motivate them, talk to them, encourage them to work harder. Continuous sharing of testimonials videos on YouTube will also be ensured. We are going to work with guiders on how to organize effective and productive seminars. Seminars is not just ordinary. We are going to talk more on how to organize effective seminars that are productive in order to get the attention of these guiders and the participants the more. And this will keep the MMM Global Interland effective and back to stability with time. On renovation of billboards, seminars, and production of mob handbills, there's additional cost incurred on this, and the cost of operation for that month total 2,000. And the balance we have in the system at the end of this task will now be $15,100. The question is given. The team effort to reverse dropping of participants from the system is not sufficient enough. Then restart mode activated. Old staff flow removed.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
When did you join MMM?
September 2016, sir.
September. You've used September, October, November, December, January, February, almost finished. And you are still calling our Mafro in Tafro.
I use language of talent. You know, they use type. Yes, sir. They use type parts. They use type parts. I just use.
And see, what I'm trying to tell you is that Mafro is a general term for MMM. The currency that we spend in MMM is Mafro.
Yes, sir.
Okay, the issue. It is Mafro.
Okay, sir. All right, sir.
Either Hausa, either Igbo, either Ghana, everybody is spending. The people in US, when you want to check your Mafro, it is Mafro that you see there. You won't see Tafro, please. So,
all right, sir. It's now corrected, sir.
Okay, sir. Continue.
So the team effort to reverse dropping of participants from the system is not sufficient enough. Then the restart mode activated. All old macro now removed. What begins again negative impact on MMM community in Thailand and more attack from the mass media. Reintroduction of MMM, informing people the more on MMM ideology, rules, benefit, and risk involved, and encouraging them to provide help as little as they can. Note, however, that cancellation of old Mafro is a bad name. So to avoid this, the following measures is now considered. 1. Creation of the best approach to calm down the participants. Times to all participant questions on the current situation. Tell them all you know about the current situation in the community. The changes start with every one of us. To start providing help in order to get their old Mafro back as time goes on. And these are the names of the members of Sakunesia.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Cycle 8, Abiodun.
Yes, sir, I'm here, sir. I'm here, sir.
Ready? So let's start so that we won't waste much time.
All right. Good morning, guys. My name is Abiodun Mutiu Abilemi. I'm here to present the MMM Thailand, okay. And we're about to introduce MMM in Thailand globally. And this is a business presentation by me myself from Group 5, Circle 8. After this, after the first page, we have the members of this circle.
Please share your screen. And let people see. Share the screen, please. Obiano.
Sir.
Mute your mic so that you are disturbing. That's why I removed you that time. Please. You can see what is normally come from your own end. Eh? Okay.
Can I proceed?
Oh yeah, go on.
Okay. We have the circle members, Abiodun Mutiu Abilemi being the presenter, and the other members as well. Firstly, the first task is given, which is task 1. Having received the knowledge of being a guider in MMM Guider School, we have the following information given.
Please, let's go to the.
To start, we start with the fact of Thailand, which is very important since we have visited Thailand for the first time. It has been discovered that Thailand is in Southeastern Asia, bordering the Andaman Sea, and the Gulf of Thailand. The capital of Thailand is Bangkok, and they have a population of 68.2 million people, a fact established in 2016. The ethnic group in Thailand is made up of Thai, Chinese, and others. Thai being 75%, Chinese 14%, and other 11%. Also, the religions are made up of Buddhism, we have Islam, we have Christianity, Hinduism, and also other religions. Buddhism is 95%, Islam is 3.8%, Christianity is 0.5%, Hinduism is 0.1%, and others is 0.6%. The kind of government operated in Thailand is constitutional monarchy. Now, in our first week in Thailand, we will have to perform a sort of awareness campaign, sensitization to promote MMM globally, and the creation of MMM Thailand. In this, we'll be operating with a team who will understudy the terrain of MMM in Thailand, being that MMM will be operating as a visual organization. The team will do the following. Firstly, we will consult MMM administration to build a website named www.thailand-mmm.net. 2, we'll get the services of interpreter to aid the social media advert, because we don't have the knowledge about their language in Thailand, so we need interpreters to guide us on this and how to interpret our whatever we'll be getting to the public. Also, we'll do a SWOT analysis of Thailand itself. We'll consider the strengths, the weaknesses, the opportunities, and the threats of businesses in Thailand. The strengths, we have gathered that it is highly skilled workforce. They have huge domestic market. Business development is highly profitable. The weakness as well, a lot of business units are there. They have the tax structure, competitive market as well. The opportunity, they have a fast-growing economy. New markets are springing up daily. Income level is at constant increase. And then the threat, increased rate of interest, increased rate of labor, and the rest. Further action that will be taking place is hosting an offline promotion. This offline promotion will be in the form of seminar, which will be held in the capital and some major cities in Thailand. This will enable us to educate people about MMM ideology, how it works, and its benefits. Then also, we'll consider the rival firms in Thailand. We'll spot and detect competitors to gauge their level of competitiveness, so that this can enable us to know how to put in our strengths and how to consider the weaknesses as well. Also, we will train about 10 persons willing to work alongside with us. During this campaign, they will help us in distributing flyers and bills in major places like malls.
That number 5, referral firms. What do you mean by referral firms?
Rival firms.
Rival firm. What do you mean by rival firms?
Yes.
What do you mean?
In case there are such schemes in Thailand, or which are related in the
Okay, so you mean some other program like MMM?
Exactly, sir.
But MMM is not a company, because when you are talking of firm,
yes, sir.
So when you are talking of firms,
Yes, sir.
MMM is not a company. No, because MMM does not have a competitors. It's not a company. A rival. Financial network.
Yes, sir.
You understand?
Why will have
so
this?
Firm, a company, they are there to make money.
Yes.
It's not there to make money. It's only a technical platform that exchange the people that need help and those who wants to get help. Mm-hmm. So when you are talking of that rival firms, MMM is not a company, so it does not have any rival.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So it's not, we are not selling anything in MMM. Please.
All right.
Remove that, please.
While I'm playing this is because since MMM is now global and people are having different kind of copycats in different countries.
They can be doing program. Let's say that you mention rival program, but from mention firms, it does not have any competitor because it does not say anything. Sure. It doesn't have any tangible or physical something that is selling. Firms, you are saying that as if so it has a competitors, no. But if you say other program or referral program, rival program, yeah, it's coming from your mind. It's not a business at all, entity.
All right, thank you.
Continue.
Okay, like I said, we also train about 10 persons who will work alongside with the members. During this campaign, they will assist us in distributing flyers and bills in major places, marketplaces, and bus stops. This will help us to disseminate the awareness of MMM very well in Thailand. Number 7, we'll carry out a visibility study to ascertain target cities with high profile of acceptability of the program before choosing a maiden emerging venue for the sensitization. In this case, we want to consider where we want to use, because the people there will also be ready to accept us before we choose a particular place. And then we are completed to start up our program at Bangkok, being the main capital of Thailand. And now our budget in proper. We'll be working with 15 members in this program, and then we'll consider the transition to and fro to Thailand. 15 members at $250. This will give us $3,750 as cost of transportation to and fro. Accommodation and feeding of those 15 members will include $300 per person and $4,500. Local transport and business and bus hire, we will hire just one bus at the cost of $3,000. Flyers and banners will be shared as well, like I said earlier, and it will be in 1,000 pieces at the cost of $500. Media adverts on radio, 9 singles at $40 per single, and this is $360. Video coverage to cover all the offline promotions and the campaign as well. We'll select 12 hours, and this will be 3 hours per day at the cost of $5 per day. This is equal to $60. Branded material, t-shirts, pen, and umbrella. A lot of them will have at the cost of $2,000. We'll be renting a hall, 12 hours per day, 12 hours per day, and this is times $10 to give us $120. Projector and sound system will be hired as well. 12 hours at $5 per hour. This will cost us $60. Snacks and drink will also be purchased. Total cost of this will be $2,000. Guidance training to enable us to disseminate the ideology, how MMM works, and how the business of MMM. This will cost us $4,500. Other miscellaneous will cost us $1,000. Total of this will be $20,350. From the $50,000 we are giving, the balance will be $29,650. Now, our projected population for this period will be of 200 persons per week. An average contribution per person, we are assuming they will contribute $50 per person, being their first contribution. After a week, we have $50 multiplied by 200 people. This will pull us $10,000 per week, and total contribution at the end of the week will be $40,000. At the end of the month will be $40,000. Task 2 is given. The task 2 result goes below. Now that we have finalized the initial setup and first stage of MMM Thailand, it is time to map out our next action plan for the month. For the first 4 weeks, there will be no payment because Mago will be free. This will enable us to have a 50% increase in registration. In the first week, we have 1,400 members. The second week, we have 2,100 members. And the third week, we'll be having 3,150 participants to register. Now, the contribution so far to be gathered from these people, since we have concluded that they will be contributing $300 for the first week, we will have 1,200 times $300. That is $360,000. Second week, we have $1,800, and this will give us $540,000. For the third week, at 2,700 participants, multiplied by 300, we have $810,000. For the fourth week of 4,050 people, we have $1,215,000, and the grand total of this will be $2,925,000. Now, the continuation so far on the continuation of task 2. To enable us continue and be able to keep cashing out to participants, we must continue registering new participants till older participants get paid. Once they receive their money, it will encourage them and they will provide more help. Again, this will sell the ideology of MMM to the populace, making our job easier, and it is assumed that the growth will remain constant. At this time, people, since they now have testimonies of getting help, then other members will be able to join them in registry. Support materials like T-shirts for newly registered members during seminars that must hold at least once every week in order for us to get more participants to register. That's 3, and the question is given, sir. We have from the first week, $360,000 at the interest at the reward rate of 30%, plus the registration bonus of 1,220 people. Is $92,000. From the second week, we have 4,400. We have 540,000 people multiplied by 30%, plus the registration bonus of 1,800 people, plus the initial deposit, which is 540,000. The total of this will give us $558,000. From the third week of 810,000 people sent reward rate, plus their initial plus their registration bonus at $20. And then the total of this will give us $1,109,000. And for the fourth week we'll be having 215,000 people, 250,000 multiplied by the initial by the 30% reward, the registration bonus of $20. The total of this will give us 1,596,400. The total at the end of the day we will be having 18,033,400. Now the task result continues. At the end of the day, after the first week, the contribution we gathered is a total of $1,822,500. For the second week, we gathered $2,733,900. And for the third week, we gathered $4,100,900. And for the fourth week, we gathered $6,151,200. And at the end of the day, the total money we gathered from this is $14,808,300. Task 4. The question is given, sir. The third month of production with growth rate initially at 50% and now a drastic drop by 75%. From the initial calculation we have, which is $300 per person for this registration, now that we have a drastic drop of 75%, we have 30,756 people, and this will give us a sum of $9,226,800. For the third week, we have $2,306,700, and for the third week, we have $5,766,000, and for the fourth week, we have $1,144,300, and total of this will give us $1,225,440. The task 4 results. With the recent development which involves the holiday activity, registration have dropped drastically to 75%. The following measure will be implemented in order for us to meet up with the catch out. Firstly, there will be a first mode. With this, all the contribution will be divided into 2 quadrants, before and after the announcement of the first mode. For second constitution, we will freeze the mail book pending when the first mode is lifted, and registration activities resume properly. And the third step, for any GS request by the participants at this period, calculation will be used, which is current pH minus total pH multiplied by the pending on the available funds. which is X, that is a coefficient of the determinant by the team. Number 4, we would also delay the matching of the provide help request a bit in order to balance the get help request based on the current calculation. Number 5, the first days of Migro will be extended to at least once more week. The payment having been made to enable the team keeping the system running. Task 5 is given, and the question is there. And the result for task 5 has the right number of participants. So the previous, as a result of this, our plans has failed. The following action will be considered for us to bounce back. 1, we'll go back to the drawing board and establish what went wrong, our mistakes and negligence. Number 2, how many participants and conditions we will need to stay afloat. Number 3, the new resources and tools to help us get back in operation. 4, start all over again from the beginning and avoid future recurrence. After this next line of action is to engage in the following to save MMM Thailand from the start and balance up our weaknesses in the previous month and also stabilize the system. Number 1, we will have to
please mute your mic. Why this guy is disturbing us now? Yeah. What kind of person is this?
We'll have to pitch out the MMM ideology all over again and calm down their fears. That's the way some people may start registering again. Because for us to start all over again, there is need for us to instill in them the ideology of MMM and to hold more seminars and campaigns to bring back their trust to the system. Number 2, training of more guiders from Thailand would also be useful. This will enable us to reach out to more participants in Thailand and to bring them back to the system to gain their trust. Introduction and strong promotion of use of Bitcoin so as to allow the funds of other MMM communities to augment the system here in Thailand. Seeing that Bitcoin attracts a 50% interest, it will be another form of motivation for participants to come into the system again and gain their trust. This will also enable us to meet up with the catch-up. Testimonial video of all participants must be shared on Facebook Thailand, tagging at least 50 people each time we post this testimonial video. This will not only be done, it will also be done on YouTube channel to boost our confidence back again. If we have 1,000 downlines, we would reach well at least 100,000 people, which will result to new participants, average of 10,000 new sign-up, meaning more deposits will come into the system. As information management is one of the very important key at this point, so that's why we need more of the offliners to do more of their work by reaching out to their downlines, and so the downlines can also get more people to come to the system, to use the system once again. Number 7, we will also organize leaders training program for all participants and encourage them all. That's key 6. The question is given and the solution is here. With respect to the recent development, as pause mode will be activated of old Migro being frozen and Migro growth will cease, pending when the system is fully back in action. We'll create a YouTube channel to broadcast videos of happiness and other MMM related videos, since our plans are not working now.
Kindly stop if the network is giving a problem.
We will also sensitize and explain to them what pause mode means and what it's all about, and the reason for that. Though the MMM personal office on appeal, that's going to be displayed. We will also work hard to rebuild their trust in the community by educating them on the past experience from other countries. Since other countries can be able to pass through all the challenges, then MMM Thailand will also pass through the challenges and come back and fully. We would also have to continue teaching the MMM ideology and how it works towards eradicating their fear and panic. That way, some people may start registering again and increase the numbers of participants we have at hand, and also the available funds will also be increased. Mavro will be reflected as Mavro 0% since it was on pause mode in their field, as it is no longer growing. We will stay that way for about 92 hours. After the request to provide help have been made, whereas PO will then be 30% will be freezing for about 3 weeks. More further information to need. More guiders and leaders from Thailand, an increase of referral bonus about 15% will be useful so as to gain more bonus. Testimonial videos to about 7%, and this will continue as far as the post mode is active. If the community is restored back to its former glory, the post mode will be lifted, and all the change and the increment will be reverted back to what it is used to be. Complete transparency of MMM will also go a long way in reverting the community back to full. That is, we will always put up recent updates on Twitter and even Facebook to encourage them and to show our transparency to them, so that this will bring back their trust to the system. We will try to be more active in communities and also be on ground. That is, just like Mr. Andrew encouraged us to always hold promotional offline campaigns to keep on promoting the system. This will also go there. We will make them to understand that MMM is a community of people, by the people and for the people, by engaging in seminars and presentations daily till the end of the pause mode. This will also put them in the awareness that MMM is still very much available. We will also carry out an intensive sensitization on how MMM works and the importance of constant pH and DH to the growth of the system and the community at large. Task 7 is given. Now, the first week on for the task 7, this will be a proactive measure, and the first will be the introduction of online reputation management, that is the ORM. We introduce them to the public. But for week 2, rigorous awareness, non-stop seminars, and presentation will also go on. In week 3, we'll introduce the concept of Bitcoin and also increase the Mavro growth to compensate the old members, even the new one that will join.
You have backup now. Why help you?
For week 4, we are sourcing help from other countries through testimonial video and also promote MMM Thailand through social groups and media. Task 7 results. First of all, we will consult with the leaders of MMM in other countries, especially those around them, and the founder of MMM, in person of Sejin Magrodi. With this trust, the trust will be restored to the community. Next is to total evaluation our work so far, to try and correct our mistakes and avoid restart from ever occurring again. We will also educate them more on the concept of exchanging in Bitcoin. We'll also embark on massive awareness of what restart means and situation at hand, thereby explain to them who lost their money and what really happened, and the need to avoid that in the nearest future. And in this case, we'll encourage them to always provide help with their spare money, so that their loss, so that whatever happens, it will not be at a very big loss. We shall source funds from other countries by registering participants globally. Non-stop seminar will also hold on, and presentation of how MMM works, the ideology, and the need for participants to provide help with their spare money and not their entire life savings. Constant pH and GH, pH to sustain the system will also be preached. Also that MMM is meant to bridge the gap between the rich and the poor, and not an investment plan. We will also increase the Mavro growth from 30% to about 50% for the next few weeks, and the revert back to the original growth at the rate of 30% reward once the system is fully back and healthy. We will ensure that the leaders and guiders preaches the rule and the ideology of MMM with optimal transparency, and not being carried away with the bonuses attached to the guiders in the community. The tools we have used so far in this presentation, we have been able to employ an highly speed internet broadband for communication, training, and advertising of MMM ideology, training of MMM people on the ideology, how it works, the benefits and rules of MMM, and how to navigate the MMM official website. Following knowledge will acquire from the guide at school, creating a Facebook community fan page, YouTube channel, Google Documents, and Google Sheets, slides, Bitcoin wallet, and the team was also able to promote MMM Thailand and MMM globally. We were able to create a rollout and payment plan using the knowledge of SWOT analysis to implement it. We will capitalize on the strengths and opportunities of MMM and try to avoid and be aware of the threats and weaknesses. We will also adapt and obey the rule and culture of Thailand. We will also promote several offline events and charity as well, making them key into the ideology of MMM and also register to be financially free. This will be the end of my presentation for the task. Thank you so much, sir. Long live MMM, sir. Well, I would like to appreciate you, Mr. Aladjoko Ismail, for your patience with us and for your guidance throughout the course of this program. God bless you, sir. I have seen a true leadership in you, sir, and will always try to portray in your own image, sir. Thank you. God bless you, sir. And that is the end of my presentation, sir. Hello. 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 Can you hear me?